Each time I learn a lesson, I just feel like it's so important for me to share it with you guys. Like, I feel so excited when I get it, whatever I went through, whether I cried or whatever, had a huge release of emotions. But I feel so excited when I get it. And I'm also excited to be like, there are several messages that I may need to be reminded about over and over again. And this might be 3 or 4 times I learned this lesson. And, you know, I might fall again and I might be reminded again. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that because it's still a beautiful message. One thing I think is so important that we take for granted, and I think about some of the most important people in my life, like my grandmother, was wisdom. I think we really take for granted the wisdom that they give us. One of the key things that she told me, I remember there was a time where I was just crying and just down. She told me life was a journey. And that's metaphorical. And some part of it's like I get it kinda. I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm trying to make it through this stuff. But I've learned that message at least 3 or 4 times right now. One was the book of the Alchemist, where he went through all these places to just go back home because it was the experience. The experience is the gift. It is never the destination. And I know you hear it all the time, but you actually feeling it, right? You actually feeling that experience. It is the gift. We want the wife, we want the car, we want the husband, we want the job, we want the travel, we want the vacation, we want all this, we want the body, we want whatever we want. And it's going to be constantly what you're reaching for and wanting. But the moment of each experience, that is the gift. That's the beauty. That's what the alchemist was. That is the main lime. That is the main gem of the alchemist. It was each and every moment, each and every experience, not looking so far ahead in the future. Not saying keep your head in the mud, or maybe you should if that's where joy is, because you create more in terms of joy. But whether good, bad, whatever, that's all relative. Is this is just the experience. And the same thing today where I had to like, because I know how this stuff works, and it's beautiful for me to say and to come to you guys and say that everything is not always easy. For a lot of my life, I've advanced at so many things. It sometimes it was really, really hard. And a lot of times, whether I say I was ready or not, I run from stuff that's really, really hard. So I'm like, okay, whether it be, oh, I want this right now, I run from stuff a lot of times. And I'm not saying I'm not trying to manifest that in the future, but there are times that I felt like running or giving up when stuff was really, really, really hard. And the things that help me to go through whatever I'm going through is breathing, taking time and focusing and on that experience, whatever it may be, and something miraculous happened. Like prime example, martial arts is not easy for me. Like a lot of people that I'm in there are extremely in shape, and when I go in there, I just breathe and I focus on the punch, right? I focus on this one technique, and there's sometimes I'm doing it over and over and over and again, and I still don't get it right, but that's not important. The full blown experience is what it is. And martial arts is one of those things with me. It really was the experience. Like, that's one of the few things, is the whole experience of the thing. That's why I love it and I do it joyfully. So again, me hitting that lesson again from what my grandma says, like, oh, that's what she meant. I had to take time today because yesterday was extremely heavy for me in terms of emotions, where I was just listening to Abraham Hicks and she said the same thing. She said she was meditating. Spirit came to her, move the furniture around. She didn't know where the hell that came from. Just move the furniture around. She called local furniture movers. She ended up, moving the furniture around between her two homes. At the end of the day, most of the furniture stayed in the same place, home, where you get in the beginning. But she had such a joyful a great conversation with them and such an amazing experience. It did not matter that the furniture did not really get moved because that wasn't the purpose. The purpose was the experience. So if you learn nothing from this, and another thing she said, and that spirit said that too, like in terms of even though I call myself a teacher, the reality is life and experience teaches you, not what I say. There is nothing that I can say. I can prepare you just like my grandmother prepared me, but me actually feeling it and actually going through it, that's how I got it hit me. And I even have it on coasters and all kind of shit around my house. Life is a journey. Did not know what the hell she was talking about. And like I said, and I've even been shown the lesson so many times, right? But me feeling it right now, it's like, oh, that's what she means. Experience it. Experience it in its fullness. Good, bad, otherwise. Experience it. Experience it. Experience it. So experience is the gift. If someone tells you what life as a journey is, that's what they mean. But to me, you won't know it until you experience it. People can tell you so many things, but when you experience it, that's a different. But I still partake that wisdom, no matter what, whether you're ready to receive it or not, or whether it comes to you at a later date. I still think beautiful wisdom is a beautiful thing because it just may be what you need to make it through that experience. So that's why I share with y'all where I am. Been doing spirituality for 10 plus years, and every time you level up in the stuff, it's different, and it may not be as easy or what you're used to, but it's still an experience every time you level up in anything. But at the moments when things get hard, because like I said, for the longest time in my life, I was a runner, or if I didn't run, I would suppress. Breathe, slow down, offer yourself loving care. Think about how you give loving care to the child. And I think about the mirror and the reflections of things like how my impatience, other aspects of myself comes out in reflections around me. And I'm like, no, I need time. I didn't move as fast as I thought I was supposed to move or whatever. That's okay because the movement is right on time. My wife, my relationship, whatever it may be, is right on time. What I'm going through, I can't run from it. I have to experience it. And when it seems overwhelming, take a breath, focus on what you can. Life is a journey. I want y'all to know this message. And when I say know, I mean know in your soul. Feel it, go through it to really know it. Because experience is what truly teaches.